Welcome to the session of CorelDRAW introduction. And first of all, we will understand what is a CorelDRAW. CorelDRAW is a vector graphics editor developed and marketed by Corel Corporation. It is basically a vector-based graphic design software, which is useful for graphic design and much more purposes. It was first released in January 16, 1989, which is above 29 years ago. Yes, it is that old. It was created that long ago. And who created it? In 1987, Corel engineers Michel Bouillon and Pat Byrne undertook to develop a vector-based illustration program to bundle with their desktop publishing system. Which is the file format for CorelDRAW. And in case if you don't know file format, the file that you save, like a document file in the Word, when you save a file in Word, it comes up with a name of the file and .doc. So that .doc is considered as the file format. So in the case of CorelDRAW, it will be .cdr. And this .cdr is also version specific. So like in case you save a CorelDRAW document in the version 2019, and so that will not be supported by the version 2016. But the 2016 file will be supported by the newer version. So it is always advisable to save it in older format. When you save the file, it is going to ask you if you want to save it in the older CDR format or the newer CDR format. So it is always good to save it in lower versions, like the lowest one if you are giving the file to someone else or it is either going to print or someone. It's always good to be pre-informed and prepared about saving the CDR file. Why is the CorelDRAW widely used in India? Well, CorelDRAW files are print friendly and comes with a minute color variation. So this is what the printers in India prefer CorelDRAW. This is why the color variation, what you see on screen and what you see on paper, is highly different all the time, most of the time. And in CorelDRAW, you don't have to make some changes or tweaks when you make a print out of it. You just hit Control P and you'll be good to go if you're using CorelDRAW and you're in India. CorelDRAW has multiple uses. Basically, it is used for graphic design, print media, book design, magazine covers, and illustrations. Of course, it can be used for much more purposes, but these are the basic ones that we will be looking at. Here we see the example of graphic design. It can be used as you can see here, we have a letterhead and we have a diary, we have an envelope, visiting card, and of course the logo is also printed on mug. So you can use it for logo design, envelope cover, and so on and so forth. Print media, anything that is printed, just like newspapers, flyers, brochures, anything that is printed on paper can be created and should be created in CorelDRAW because it is a master application when it comes to graphic and printing purposes. Here we see an example of a magazine cover, and this kind of magazines can also be created in CorelDRAW. Here we have an example of a book design. This kind of books can also be easily created in CorelDRAW. And here we have an example of illustration. This kind of illustrations can also be designed and created in CorelDRAW as well.